Hello YouTube, it is good to be back. It is your boy, Raggy Boy Baxter, tuning in online, and it is so good to see you again, so thanks for being here with me. I have my laptop ready this time, and who knows, maybe this will be take number one. Basically 2 weeks ago, I posted my first vlog in a while and spoke about, just how life has been going and all the success that's been happening for me and what has been going on. And there's still so much more to uncover. Where there's good, there's usually challenge as well, so we'll get into that. But yeah, I left the vlog on a note saying that I want to build a community, and that I've been reassessing my life path and sort of what that looks like ever since getting my bachelor in software engineering. And that's been really, really cool, and that is something I've definitely been doing, and 100% that's why I'm posting these videos, is so that if there is anyone out there who enjoys them and who wants to be a part of this journey and wants to build a community together, then 100% let's do it. So basically I've titled this vlog called What Am I Doing, because it's exactly that. Like, I've mentioned these ideas that I've been thinking about and these pathways that I sort of want to take, and at the same time I've been met with a few delays just in my thinking, in my process. And earlier this week I just had mad anxiety, and so I've kind of been chilling, waiting for that to all pass, and I'm still going through lots behind the scenes as well, like I mentioned, working on my mental health and things like that. So that's all happening in the background. So basically this video is really to just expand on what I'm doing and what I might not be doing, and what am I doing, ? So let's get into it. My main goal at the moment is to really focus on my physical health, because in 2023 that took a massive backseat. Anyway, I am really, really stoked to be in this healthy place now, or much healthier place now, and to be able to go to the gym. And so, man, this week's been challenging. My program at the gym just leveled up in intensity, and I'm definitely feeling it, which is really, really good. So yeah, that journey is rewarding, as rewarding as it is challenging, and that's something that I know is going to take a long time. And sometimes I'm all smooth sailing with it, and other times my anxiety peaks, and I wonder if I'm getting there fast enough, and I wonder if my results are good enough, and I get a bit perfectionistic. And so this week has sort of been one of those weeks, and I've just had to sort of manage that and keep going to the gym, which thankfully has been a success. And I am very stiff today, especially in my hammies, but we're good. We are here, and I'm excited to be back. Yeah, so been doing all that holiday stuff and gym stuff, and then I sort of get hit with this massive gusto. Like last night I could not sleep, and a few nights into this week my sleep has sort of been getting interrupted with thoughts, and just sort of more of a racing mind. But I haven't really been having coffee or stimulants or anything like that, so it's really just this feeling of wanting to get going, like that sort of ambition and tenacity, and wanting to jump the gun or bite the bullet, or whatever analogy you want to give it. And so I was up last night thinking about this business and about BU, which is the community that I'm looking at starting, and all of these things, and what direction should I take, and how should I do it, and and I basically just sort of came to the conclusion that I want to do it together. Like, something that I really, really want to normalize for myself as well as others is, firstly, the process, but I also want to enjoy the process. I don't want to be wanting to get to the next step. And that's definitely one of my weaknesses. You know, it can be a great strength, but it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Is having that drive sometimes means you're just looking forward and you're not appreciating how far you've come. So yeah, that's really what I want to show you, like you here, is the journey that I'm on. And I've sort of decided that I want this vlog series or channel to just be me, you know. I just want it to be my life. Like, I want to show you the process that I'm up to, and I want to show you what it takes, and I want to learn with you, you know, and I want to document that learning process as I go along. So that is something I'm really excited about, because yeah, I think it's just so cool to do things together and do things as a team. And I think, you know, online communities offer us such an opportunity, because we get to be in our own space and in our own world, but we also get to be a part of another person's world, and I think that's so cool, you know. So I kind of want to just tap into that. So yeah, so I just was laughing about the fact that the sun's entered Aries, because I use that as my personal marker for the new year, you know. So I tend to follow almost what is the Chinese New Year more than I do the Western New Year, because to me that just doesn't align with anything that I feel, you know. And so now that we've sort of entered in Aries, I really am ticking over into my 2024, you know, and all of those 2023 challenges and battles, that's come to a close now, and now it's time for the next chapter, you know, which is really exciting. So what I did notice, which was quite cool, and I mentioned it earlier on in the video, is that I had quite a lot of anxiety this week. And even prior to recording this video, I was like quite anxious and flustered. And I just felt, you know, really just confused about my life path and what should I do and this and that. And I think that's, you know, that happens when you're young as well. Like, it's so easy to feel that pressure to achieve or to be doing something or prove yourself or whatever, but you don't need to do that. Like, I don't need to prove myself to anyone, you know. I know what I'm good at, I know what I can achieve, and as long as I'm confident in myself, I don't need to prove that to anyone else, you know. And I think something so beautiful is when I started prepping my notes for this vlog, all of that anxiety just dissipated, and that was so cool. And I started to feel excited, you know. And for those of you who understand chemistry in the brain, you know, in our limbic system, which controls our emotions, anxiety and excitement are so close together. They're almost inseparable, you know. So it is very easy to turn your nerves into excitement, or to turn your excitement into nervousness. And I find it quite reassuring that, you know, feeling a bit lost and feeling a bit confused, and then sitting down to write these notes and feeling really centered and really excited, that was just awesome, because I navigate my life through, I don't want to say through emotion, because that's sort of given this filtered lens, but I think what I'm saying is I like to observe my emotions when I participate in things, and I like to observe how I'm feeling as a result of that thing. And sometimes discomfort is good, and other times it's not good. And, you know, in this case, it wasn't good. And getting that reassuring sort of sense, and that grounding sense, and that comforting sense of progression, and feeling like I'm on the right path and I'm doing something with this vlog, that was just a really nice feeling, you know. And now I can use that data to say, hey, actually, I really enjoyed that. That really helped me feel calm. I'm gonna keep doing that, you know. And that's something that's been motivating me with, just my exercise routine, is noticing, hey, on the days that I'm not going to the gym and I'm resting, when I have longer rest breaks, you know, like 3 days in a row, then I tend to get a little bit edgy on that third day. Maybe I could do some recovery sort of training, or maybe I could take a 2-day split, then a 1-day split. you know, in the week when I'm doing 4 days of training. Just something like that, so that you can learn about yourself as well. You know, I find emotions are our greatest tool to understanding how we operate in the world, you know, because yeah, we have thoughts and we have responses, and when we are faced with our emotions, we often have reactions. So when we can observe our reactions, then we are able to understand our sort of subconscious programming. And when we are able to observe the emotion that is then causing that subconscious programming to, you know, take place, we can really unpack what is driving us on a subconscious level. I did not plan for this vlog to get so scientific and so specific, so I'm so sorry. But actually, I'm not sorry, because this is who I am and I love these sort of chats. So I'm probably just gonna keep yarning about this kind of stuff. I don't have a bachelor in science or anything like that. I have thought about it. So, you know, as always, my vlogs is just me sharing my opinion and my knowledge. It is in no way telling you what to do with your life. So yeah, now that I've sort of got this business plan and these ideas and all of these sort of creative pursuits that I want to do, really, I'm feeling like that's still in incubation mode, you know, and I was sort of hoping to get them out a little bit sooner and to get talking about it and everything in place, but it's just not ready for that, you know. And I'm still taking time to process where my center of gravity is in this process, and I'm learning a beautiful place to be, you know. It's not it doesn't have to be as stressful as I found it previously, even though sometimes you can't tell what path is ahead of you, and that's really nerve-wracking, you know. So yeah, I have decided that, as I mentioned before, these vlogs will really be a diary into that process, and I'm gonna take it slow and I'm gonna build it alongside taking care of my life and my world, you know. And something that is so important to me at the moment is sustainability in all areas, you know, and I'll get into the depths of that, why it's so important to me in a very particular way in the future. But yeah, I'm just excited to be here, and even though this vlog is sort of just an update on those thoughts, and it's you know, letting you know that stuff is coming and there's some stuff here as well, I think that's okay, you know. I think it's okay that I'm just here having a yarn with you, because that's what I want to do, you know. I want to talk to you, I want to share my process with the world, and I want you to be able to talk to me as well, you know. So I think that is quite exciting. And yeah, if you enjoy it, amazing, like tag along for the journey. I definitely have a story to tell, and I will be telling my story, and I'm gonna be telling my story this way, you know. I want to take it day by day, and I want to feel it out, and I want to learn from it, and yeah, I want to enjoy the process. So welcome aboard. I appreciate you so much. Thanks again for tuning in. And yeah, for everyone who messaged me about getting back onto YouTube, I appreciate you so much. It's so nice to hear that. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Ngā mihi, all the best, and ciao for now.